Now, Russia's air defense units have successfully destroyed 53 Ukrainian drones overnight, continuing their efforts to counter aerial threats. Russian President Vladimir Putin has downplayed Ukraine's recent long-range strikes on Russian territory, calling them ineffective and insisting they will not change the course of this ongoing conflict.
The Kiev regime, eager to demonstrate some success to its Western sponsors, is attempting to strike deep into Russian territory at completely civilian targets. This won't help.
Now, Putin also highlighted what he described as steady advances by Russian forces in Ukraine this year, asserting that the Kremlin remains firmly in control of the strategic direction of the war.
At present, the strategic initiative remains entirely with the armed forces of the Russian Federation. This year, we have liberated almost 5,000 square kilometers of territory, 4,900 square kilometer, and 219 settlements.
Meanwhile, in his nightly video address, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky accused Russia of using oil tankers for intelligence gathering and sabotage operations.
The intelligence chief also reported in detail on how Russia uses tankers from its shadow fleet, not only to finance the war, but also to conduct sabotage and destabilizing operations in Europe. Recent cases of drones being launched from tankers are one such example. We are sharing this information with partners, and it is important that their response to Russia be real.
Now, on ground, Russia has escalated strikes on Ukraine's railway infrastructure, a key target as rail has become the country's primary transport network since civilian air travel was halted. Ukraine's national rail operator reports that attacks doubled in September compared to August, with drone strikes hitting regions near the Russian border and active front lines, which includes Donetsk, Sumy and Odessa. The surge comes as Ukraine begins receiving US-approved arms shipments under NATO's new aid mechanism and anticipates further military support from Europe. In response to growing energy threats, Ukraine has allocated an extra $36 million to fortify power infrastructure in vulnerable areas. The funding follows a massive Russian missile and drone assault on the 3rd of October that struck power facilities in multiple oblasts, including Kharkiv, Chernihiv. With winter approaching, Kyiv is racing to shield its power systems from renewed Russian strikes. Meanwhile, in Poland, a new legal and diplomatic twist has emerged. Prime Minister Donald Tusk says it's not in the country's interest to extradite a Ukrainian man wanted by Germany over the 2022 Nord Stream pipeline sabotage. While the decision rests with the courts, Tusk reaffirmed Poland's long-standing opposition to the pipeline, which Warsaw sees as a symbol of Europe's reliance on Russian energy. From October 8th to 10th, President Putin is visiting Tajikistan for talks with President Emomali Rahmon, aimed at deepening their strategic partnership. During his visit, he will also participate in the Russia-Central Asia Summit and the CIS Heads of State Council, focusing on regional security, economic collaboration and counterterrorism. Several important agreements and joint action plans are expected to be finalized as well.